We have Dawn Headland.
She has a judge on the mental health.
We have Claudia Webb. What does she have?
She's a court reporter.
Chris Rout.
On the else, Joseph Elsasser.
Who's on the pleas that we have?
The pleas would be Marsala, Monteros, Miranda, and Ralph.
Rout has one?
Ralph has Joseph Elsasser.
I don't see the jail yet. I'm going to get Rout in.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're good. We don't have the jail yet, though.
Okay. Hey, Judge, in an effort to join modern society, I had an IT guy come out and update all of my electronics last night. And on my iPad, every time somebody sends me a text or an email, I keep getting this message scrolling down, and I haven't figured out how to turn it off. So during our hearing, it just happened. So I don't know if you're seeing that or if it's a distraction or whatever. I just don't know how to turn it off right now.
Well, can't help you with that. I'm not an IT guy.
Okay, I just
Claudia, how about you?
why I'm in that situation right now.
Bothers at all, Chris.
That doesn't bother us apparently.
Okay, great. I take it all back.
Let's see if we can find the jail. There we go. The jail's here. How are y'all? Can we have is it Elsasser first?
Elsasser?
Yes.
Hey, Joseph.
How are you? If you would raise your right hand and be sworn.
No, I'm taking the lady out of my interview.
They won't see her. They'll see you.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. So she was.
Let go of the tablet.
She's right there. That's what I'm saying.
Scoot the chair that way. Stay right there.
If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. There you go. You swear or affirm testimony about giving this cause to be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear to give my attorney the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
All right. Is your true name Joseph David Elsasser?
Yes, it is, Mr. Rudd. Mr. Baxter.
And do you understand in this case you were charged with failure to ID?
I do.
And have you had enough time to go over that case with your attorney?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear what you said.
Yes. Have you had enough time to go over this case with your attorney?
Yeah.
And it looks like you and your attorney have worked out a plea agreement for 18 days in jail, and you'll get at least 20, I think it should be 22 days as of today. Is that right?
I thought it was, yeah, that's right.
It shows 21, but I think it's one more day.
Yeah.
So you'll get 22 days credit, okay? Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
All right. To the charge of failure to ID, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 18 days in jail. You'll get credit for 22 days. You should be time served as of today, okay?
Time served.
Do you have any questions about anything?
What are you guys gonna do with the public intox?
We don't have a public intox case. Is there a public intox case out there somewhere?
There is, Your Honor. I wrote Judge Dickey on Friday and asked him for time served.
You'll probably get time served. It should happen. Your lawyer will take care of it.
Okay.
All right? Anything else?
Okay. Before this meeting is wrapped up, can I speak with my attorney?
You can talk to him right now.
Joseph, just to let you know, I made that call like you asked me to.
Okay. Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. Mr. Rutt, do you feel comfortable contacting them again about that so that maybe sometime next week we can get the ball rolling on that case?
If they haven't contacted me by tomorrow, I'll do it again.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, take it easy. Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Judge.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
You can go back to your phone.
All right.
Let's see,
Yes.
all right, let's see.
You
Who,
want
we
me to
have.
go? Yes.
Who do we have next?
You have Malcolm Miranda. You
Yeah.
have Hernandez Diaz.
Okay. We have Hernandez Diaz. How are you? We're waiting for your lawyer to get online.
Do you speak English?
No.
Yes, disappeared.
If you'll go to the next one, Malcolm said he is was just pulled his law reduction hearing.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be hard to explain that to this guy because English. Yeah, you want to tell him, can you do it? Tell him we'll be back.
Hola,
Hola.
tu abogado está ocupado, entonces vamos a regresar en un momento, ¿ok? Vamos a hacer otro ahorita y luego cuando ya se acaba, está en otro corte ahorita,
Ok.
¿ok? Entonces vamos a hacer otro más,
Ok.
uno más, ok.
What she said. Who's on Ayala?
Marsala.
Yes, Mendoza. Marsala.
Marsala is the attorney.
All right, let me find. I'm assuming it's one of these iPhones.
I have no idea, sir. I'm sorry. Roland Montana is the one to get him Garcia.
All right, can we get Mr. Garcia Gonzalez next? Sorry.
You don't speak English?
All right. Are you going to translate for us? Are you able to translate for us? It's not working. Can you hear me? Lost him. It's not on our end though. You're muted right now. You're still muted. That little red button. You're still muted. There you
Can
go.
you hear me, Judge?
Yes, we can hear you now. Are you gonna be able to interpret? You're muted again. It has you muted. You're still muted. There you go. What that is. Yeah, it's muted. There you go. Not muted now. See if we can hear you now. Can you hear us? I don't know why we can't hear you. Can you hear us? Yeah. Are you in the courthouse? The internet here is not good. I don't know. But we can't hear you at all. Can you hear us? So no. Can you hear us? I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're probably just need to come down to the courtroom if you're in the building. I don't know if you're in the building and can hear me or not. We can't hear you at all. It says it's connected. It says you're muted though. Unmute it and see if we can hear you now. No, it's not unmuted yet.
Can you hear me, Judge?
Now I can. I can't see you, and I'd rather hear you than see you. So
Okay, let me see here.
let's do this real quick while we can talk. You're going to translate for us, is that right?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. If you would swear in your client, wouldn't tell him to raise your right hand.
Yes, Judge. Pon su mano derecha ahí en el aire para judicar.
You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Usted jura que usted va a decir la verdad sin duda, totalmente. Dígale sí.
Sí.
Yes, Judge.
Is your true name Gregorio Garcia Gonzalez?
Su nombre verdadero es Gregorio García González. Dile sí. Yes, Judge.
And do you understand you have 3 cases pending?
Usted sabe que tienes 3 casos pendientes.
Sí.
Sí, yes, Judge.
And do you understand each case is an assault case?
Usted está consciente de los 3 casos, todos son casos de asunto.
Sí.
Caso men- Dile sí.
Sí.
Yes, Judge.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Usted es ciudadano de los Estados Unidos. Dile no.
No.
Do you understand by pleading guilty to a charge such as these, it could have serious immigration consequences?
Usted sabe
Oh, go ahead.
estos casos, si usted se hace culpable, pueden perjudicar su residencia aquí. Dile sí.
Sí.
Including but not limited to deportation, denial of naturalization, and exclusion from this country.
Posible que puede perjudicar su residencia o sus atentos para ser ciudadano. Dile sí.
Sí.
And knowing all that, you still wish to go forward with your plea?
¿Estás consciente de todo esto? ¿Usted todavía quiere hacer esta declaración de culpable? Dile sí.
Sí.
To each of these charges, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
¿Cómo se declara de todos los 3 casos? ¿Culpable o no culpable? Dile culpable si quiere ser culpable.
Culpable.
Guilty, Judge.
I accept your plea guilty in each case, find you guilty in each case, sentence you to 65 days in jail in each case. You'll get credit for at least 84 days in each case. You'll be time served as of right now.
El juez va a aceptar su declaración, le van a dar tiempo servido, tienes 84 días, la sentencia va a ser 60-50, tu sentencia es totalmente hecho hoy.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about anything?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
No, Judge.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry about the video problem.
That's no problem. See you later.
Thank you.
Just have a seat.
Who is Ayala?
Marsala, Marsala is the attorney.
Ayala.
Magana, maybe? Are you on, you're muted right now. Are you here on the Rodrigo Ayala Mendoza case?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good, because we're running out. It just showed an iPhone or something. All right. Mr. Mendoza, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn.
Señor Mendoza, si puedes poner tu mano derecha para arriba, por favor.
You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
¿Puedes decir la verdad y solo la verdad antes de Dios?
Sí,
Yes.
Is your true name Rodrigo Ayala Mendoza?
¿Tu verdadero nombre es Rodrigo Ayala Mendoza?
sí,
Yes.
You put your hand down.
Ya puedes poner tu mano para abajo.
Do you understand you are charged in this case with driving while intoxicated?
¿Sí entiendes que están cargados con la ofensa de manejar intoxicado?
sí,
Yes.
Have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
¿Has tenido suficiente tiempo para revisar tu caso con tu abogada?
sí,
Yes.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
¿Tú eres ciudadano de los Estados Unidos?
no,
No.
Do you understand by pleading guilty to a charge such as this, it could have serious immigration consequences?
¿Sí entiendes que declararte culpable en este caso tienes consecuencias inmigratorias?
sí,
Yes.
Including but not limited to deportation, denial of naturalization, and exclusion from this country.
Incluyendo, pero no limitado a deportación, exclusión del país y negar a ser naturalizado.
sí,
Yes.
And knowing all that, you still wish to go forward with your plea?
Y sabiendo todo eso, ¿quieres proceder adelante?
sí.
Yes.
To the charge of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
A la ofensa de manejar intoxicado, ¿cómo te declaras? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty,
Acepto tu declaración de culpabilidad.
find you guilty,
Te encuentro culpable
sentence you to 45 days in jail.
y te sentencio a 45 días en la cárcel.
You'll get 314 days credit.
Vas a tener 300 y, was it 14? I'm sorry, you cut off.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, how many?
314.
314 días de crédito que ya tienes.
Ajá.
You will be time served as of right now.
Desde este tiempo en adelante tienes tiempo servido.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
¿Tienes preguntas sobre algo que han dicho?
No.
No.
Good luck. Thank you all.
Buena suerte. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's all the pleas, right?
Did not come back.
Oh, Lyndon. Let me see. Yes, Malcolm's back. Who's your client again? Good, Hernandez Diaz. Are you going to translate for us? You're muted right now.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll be doing the
All right.
translating.
If you wouldn't, let's swear him in. You swear or affirm testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Jure, Señor, que vas a dar testimonio que es la verdad y toda la verdad y nada para la verdad, Señor.
Okay.
Ok. Puedes bajar la mano.
Is your true name Gregorio Garcia Gonzalez. Is that right?
I think we got a different guy, Judge. This is
Yeah.
Jose Hernandez Diaz.
That's what I thought too. I clicked the wrong box. Let's try again.
Sometimes I get surprised with aliases too, Judge.
Is your true name Jose Rogelio Hernandez Diaz?
¿Es verdad que tu nombre correcto es José Rogelio Hernández Díaz?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you understand you were charged in this case with driving while intoxicated?
¿Y entiendes, señor, que te han cargado en este caso con manejando intoxicado?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you also understand there's a separate paragraph that alleges you had a BAC above a 0.15?
Y también había un parágrafo separado que dice que cuando estabas manejando intoxicado, tu nivel de alcohol era más de 0.15%.
Oh, sí.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
¿Has tenido suficiente tiempo para evaluar tu caso con tu abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
¿Eres ciudadano de este país?
No.
No.
Do you understand by pleading guilty to a charge such as this, it could have serious immigration consequences?
¿Entiendes, señor, que si declaras culpable de este caso puede tener consecuencias severas con migración?
Sí.
Yes.
Including but not limited to deportation, denial of naturalization, and exclusion from this country.
Posiblemente incluyendo exclusión de este país, inhabilidad de pedir naturalización o reentrar a este país.
Ok.
Ok.
And knowing all that, do you still wish to go forward with your plea of guilty?
Y conociendo todo eso, ¿quieres seguir aquí declarándote culpable en este caso?
Sí.
Yes.
To the charge of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Al cargo de manejando intoxicado, ¿cómo te declaras? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And to the allegation that you had a BAC above 0.15, is that allegation true?
Y del parágrafo que tenías un nivel de alcohol cuando te arrestaron de 0.15%, ¿eso es verdad o no verdad?
Verdad.
True.
I accept your plea, find you guilty, sentence you to 25 days in jail.
Voy a aceptar tu declaración de culpable, te voy a encontrar culpable y voy a aceptar tu acuerdo con el fiscal de pasar 25 días en cárcel.
You will get at least 144 days credit.
Vas a recibir mínimamente 144 días de crédito de tiempo servido.
Okay.
You'll be time served as of right now.
Y vas a estar declarado, terminado con todo tu sentencia de cárcel hasta este momento.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
¿Tienes preguntas sobre cualquier cosa en este caso?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Good luck. Thank you.
Buena suerte y gracias. Thanks,
Later.
Judge.
Sure. See you.
All right. See you later. Bye.
We're done with pleas, right? All right, let me find Tony. All right, sorry about that. We had Zoom problems today.
I understand.
Trying to get some pleas done and it took a while. Who's your client, Kyle?
Natalie Kinchen, Kinchen.
All right. And do I have some mental health? Oh, I need that. Okay. Did you want to call your client and testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Kinch, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so be God.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kinchin, do you recall you and I speaking a couple of weeks ago about a mental health bond?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand that the benefit to this bond is you're released without having to pay money to a bondsman or post a cash bond, but there are conditions that go along with it that are directly related to your mental health.
I do.
Do you have a mental health diagnosis in your past?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the court what your diagnosis is?
Bipolar, anxiety, depression, and PTSD.
And you've previously received treatment for those conditions, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where do you go to get that treatment?
Metro Care on Skillman.
So you're already a patient of theirs?
Yes, sir. I've been a patient before.
Okay. And what kind of medications have they prescribed to you?
Zyprexa and Celexa.
Now, the Celexa, did you take that while you were out, or are you just taking that? Has that been prescribed to you since you've been in custody?
They just prescribed it to me, with also the Zyprexa and Rimron.
Rimron, okay. And if you're released, the judge is going to want you to have regular contact with MetroCare and follow any kind of treatment guidelines they have, take any medications that they prescribe. Are you willing to do those things?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Where will you live if you're released on a mental health bond?
With my son and his my daughter-in-law, Alyssa Nolan,
Okay.
on Gus Thomas.
Okay, that's Dallas County, right?
Yes, sir.
And how would you get to and from your appointments with MetroCare?
She has agreed to make sure I make them.
Who is she?
Alyssa.
Your daughter-in-law?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand the court's going to want you to do regular bond check-ins as well. Are you going to would she be willing to transport you up here to Collin County for that?
Yes, sir. She has agreed.
I'll pass the witness.
Does the state have any questions?
I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Just the criminal history, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
March of 2000, was arrested and convicted of failure to ID, a Class B misdemeanor. In September of 2005, defendant was arrested and convicted of a Class B theft. In June of 2009, defendant was arrested and convicted of an assault, family violence. In June of 2009, defendant was arrested and convicted of a prostitution charge, a Class B misdemeanor. In November of 2010, defendant was arrested and placed on deferred for a Class A misdemeanor of possession of a dangerous drug. In September of 2013, defendant was arrested and placed on deferred for possession of a controlled substance, state jail felony. In May of 2014, defendant was arrested and convicted of a Class A misdemeanor for a prostitution charge. On September of 2014, defendant was arrested and convicted of a Class B theft charge. On August of 2016, defendant was arrested for a third-degree possession of a controlled substance charge, but was convicted of the lesser degree state jail offense. In September of 2017, defendant was convicted of a state jail forgery charge. February of 2019, defendant was convicted of a Class A criminal trespass charge. In August of 2019, defendant was convicted of a state jail theft charge. In October of 2019, defendant was convicted of a Class A failure to ID charge. And that's it, Your Honor.
You rest.
Yes, I rest, Your Honor.
Any argument?
I'll defer to the court, Your Honor.
Ms. Kenshin, we're gonna go ahead and get you out on a bond today. Make sure you do everything you said you're gonna do. You've got to go get treatment. You gotta get your medication. You can come see me once a month, depending on how things are going. Because of COVID right now, we're sometimes having you come up here in person, sometimes not. So if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, there's a good chance you won't have to come up here in person. Normally I would turn you over to Tony right now. I don't know where she went. Let me see if she was walking down the hall with her computer, but I don't know where she is now. Anyway, you need to call her every week, okay?
Okay.
You will get a folder with her phone number in it. And one of your requirements is that you call her every week. Here she is. I'm gonna let her tell you, but you call her every week, let her know how you're doing, let her know if you need anything. If you don't call her, you're violating your bond conditions. If you don't come see me, you're violating your bond conditions. Tony, is there anything else you want to tell her?
Natalie, I just want to make sure that you know that there's going to be a folder in your property when you get released, and that will have information on it for you and I to go through, okay?
Okay.
Do you know how much the bond is set at right now?
I believe it's 1,000. I'm sorry, it's 5,000, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in a few weeks. All right. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
I did. All right. Which one is your client, Dawn?
Judge, Wesley Judge.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
We have Wesley Judge. There you go. Sorry it took so long. We had
no problem, no rush.
No problem for me. I'm chained to my desk, Judge, so I got.
I assume you want to call your client to testify.
Do.
If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Mr. Judge, I was appointed to you in September. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, we were seeking for a placement for you for treatment. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
We met with the individuals who head up that mental health division as a part of the jail. Is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were instrumental in getting yourself into, along with Joseph, into the Turtle Creek Rehab Facility, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They have a bed for you right now, but they're going to only hold it this week. Is that our knowledge? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
This Turtle Creek Rehab Center is located in Dallas off of Ruth Street. And you will be transported there by your ex-girlfriend, Vanessa Molinar. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Molinar will also be transporting you to future appointments. And that means anything that comes out of treatment after you're released and anything that this judge requires you to be at pertaining to, well, actually, yeah, this judge requires you to be at along with Judge Tucker if your felony case is filed in there. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also do not currently have a cell phone, but you can be contacted at the Turtle Creek Rehab once you check in. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you plan on living? How long is this facility, this treatment plan in this facility?
28 days.
Okay, and where are you going to go after that?
They set you up with sober living. If it takes any time between that, I can stay with Vanessa until I find a sober living place.
Okay, and where is Vanessa located?
And McKinney.
Okay, so she's in the same city as the courthouse, and she's got transportation?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Why are you going to this facility? Why'd you choose this particular facility?
They help you with the Metro Care. They get you set up with sober living. They help you with your ID, your social. They help you transition back into society, and it's something that I need.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Have you ever received substance abuse treatment before?
I went to Safe P in 2000.
In 2000? Is that correct?
Yeah, or 2005. I'm sorry, 2005, I believe.
And then is it my understanding that you would be staying with Vanessa once you get out of this Turtle Creek Rehab?
If it takes any time to find a sober living place, but from what I've heard, that they get the ball rolling before you even get out, so you'll be set up. But if worst case scenario, yes.
And have you been previously diagnosed with a mental health diagnosis? Or
Yes, ma'am.
and what is that?
Depression, bipolar, and PTSD.
And were you taking medication for those diagnoses?
Yes, Zoloft and Busprin.
Are you receiving those drugs in the jail? I mean,
Yes,
a medication in the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you taking those medications prior to being in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't have any further questions, Judge.
Anything else from the defendant?
Nope. Tony looks like she's got something.
What do you want to add?
Just to let you know that in most cases, we set up transportation through LifePath because we found in the past that people don't always make it to treatment if they're transported by others. LifePath has set up transportation and will do so tomorrow if the judge should grant this bond.
Okay.
He'll be transported by LifePath.
So the girlfriend doesn't have to do it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Judge,
Yes.
may I ask a question of Ms. Fox?
Yes.
When LifePath does that matter where he lands? We're not sure if Turtle Creek is going to put him in a sober living in Dallas or in Collin County. So will they accommodate either?
Yeah, it's okay. If Turtle Creek ends up getting him into Dallas, then he'll already be in Metro Care. If Turtle Creek does not, he comes back to Collin County, then LifePath will bring him directly into their services and get him started in mental health services. Turtle Creek typically stays in contact with LifePath to let them know that. If not, then when the client lets me know that they're getting ready to discharge, I will make sure that I hear from LifePath as to whether or not he's set up for services if he should be coming back to Collin County.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, you had something else?
Yes, sir. I have belongings being held at Plano. how would I, because I only have a certain amount of time to pick those up. How would I go about picking up my property from Plano if life passes? Because my girlfriend was gonna take me to Plano to pick up my property and then take me directly to Turtle Creek. But how would I go about that?
Where are your belongings?
In Plano?
In a storage facility or what?
I think it's in their holding thing, I guess.
At the police station?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you can probably sign an affidavit or something to allow her to pick them up.
But Judge, this might be evidence. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about what belongings he's talking about and if they're connected to.
It's just clothing. It's clothing, hygiene, things like that I would want to take to Turtle Creek.
Well, between you and your attorney, y'all can probably figure it out. That's not something we're going to be involved in.
Yeah.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Just the criminal history, Your Honor.
Okay.
Defendant was arrested and convicted of a misdemeanor evading arrest in February of 2003. Defendant was arrested and convicted of a possession of marijuana charge in January of 2004. Defendant was arrested and convicted of driving while intoxicated on March of 2005. Defendant was arrested and convicted of a third-degree felony of evading arrests in March of 2005. Defendant was arrested and convicted of an unlawful possession by a felon in September of 2014. Defendant was arrested and convicted of a state jail possession of marijuana and a unlawful possession of a firearm in May of 2013. Defendant was arrested and convicted of a state jail felony of possession of a controlled substance in 2018. Defendant was arrested and convicted of the state jail felony of possession of a controlled substance in October of 2018. Defendant was arrested and convicted of a criminal trespass in December of 2018. And defendant, that's it. I'm sorry, that was it. Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Any argument?
I will defer to the court, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Judge, we're going to go ahead and get you out on bond. Take advantage of the process. I mean, you're going to go to a nicer facility than a lot of people go to. Take advantage of it. Make one of the conditions of your bond is that you complete the program down there. So if you get kicked out of the program, if you leave the program, you're violating your bond, we'll throw you back in jail. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You've got to come see me once a month. You've got to call Tony every week. She's getting ready to give you some more information. So hopefully things work out all right.
Yes, sir. And I have one question. I'm sorry.
Hold on just a minute, Wesley, just 1 minute, and then Judge can go back to you. Judge, you probably are going to address this, but if we're about to wrap up, it hasn't been addressed yet. He does have that Class C pending out of Plano. And I have tried twice to get in touch with the prosecutor, Michelle Boren, there to ask if she would maybe reach out to the court and agree to a PR bond. Hasn't responded either way. She might have reached out to you and just not told me. I don't know if we need her. I don't think we do. If you're able to give her a PR on that.
Tickets they can't hold them on a ticket.
Okay, so are you finding that the ticket's served? I don't know if he's done that correctly.
I can't do that. The Plano would have to do that, but there's not a hold on for the ticket, is there?
It's from McKinney. It's from McKinney.
No, it's not. It's from Plano.
My paperwork says
Tony, am I correct? It's from Plano Municipal Court that he's got that assault pending.
I don't, since I'm at the conference, I don't have complete access to everything and I could not check that at this time.
My paperwork says McKinney. I'm positive on that.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure.
It's McKinney.
It's McKinney. She just looked at it. It's McKinney.
I mean, that shouldn't hold them in jail.
It has a fine amount and a bond amount. And the fine amount is 417. I've been here since the 23rd. I should be able to get time served, but I'm not exactly sure how that works.
Well, you're going to have to ask for that yourself. That's the problem. And is the jail going to help you do that in time for you to get out?
They'll take me to McKinney?
No. Oh, I don't
They
think
said that they'll get a hold of McKinney because I can't get a hold of Law Library. Law Library isn't open until the 26th to send off for a motion for time served, and that's the only thing that I can do. But she said that they'll get a hold of McKinney, and I guess get it lifted.
Officer Kirkpatrick.
Officer Kirkpatrick. She said they'll get a hold of McKinney and get it lifted.
Okay, so Officer Kirkpatrick, are you telling the judge right now that you're going to get in touch with City of McKinney Municipal Court?
The release sergeant will.
The release sergeant will.
Okay, and then ask for time served on that?
Or however, yes.
However to get it lifted.
Okay,
She said, yeah.
so here's my problem, is that municipal, I believe that Class C case came out, that the felony came out of that Class C assault, correct? You got arrested for it at the same time, or are they two different offenses on two?
No, they're two different offenses. That the Class C assault was from 2018.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's be released tomorrow at 8 a.m. Is that right?
Actually, he's going to be released, I think, at 9.
9.
We'll just put by coordinated release. That will be fine. Because I'll be sending that out here as soon as I get the bond from you, Judge.
By coordinated release.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor, for indulging me.
Good luck, y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wesley, you need to keep in touch with me too.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thank you, Don.
Excuse, Your Honor.
Yes. See you later.